Analyst, also known as CFA. Uh, I congratulate and welcome our dignity and thanks to him to this agreeing for this session to guide our upcoming CFA aspirants. Hello, Kalpesh.
Yeah, yeah.
Your video is
Uh, are you not able to see it?
uh, okay,
Because I can see me.
okay, yeah, yeah. The video is paused.
Oh, okay, okay. Uh, Let me check. The voice is clear, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is crystal clear.
Let me try switching again. Are you
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
see it
It's
now?
fine. It's fine.
Okay, it's working, right?
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
so Mr. Kalpesh has graduated in the year 2022 and he has done majors in mechanical engineering and also cleared 2 levels of CFA. And he was the marketing manager at ECL IIT Bombay with a excited intern at Morgan Stanley and got an offer of PPO. So we hope it will be the most interactive session. So we will disable the mics for now and we will start the session, right? So Kalpesh, can you please tell us about your journey? When did you start for preparing CFA and what was the motivation for you?
Yeah, sure. Hello everyone. It was in my first year, when I started hearing things about finance. I used to talk to a senior who was from my city, who used to give some tips, and he used to talk about stock markets and all. So I found it intriguing in my first year that I also read a few books of Peter Lynch, and the most common one, the Rich Dad Poor Dad one. So at that time, I found the field to be very intriguing. Also in my first year, I did some other things related to finance. Like I studied more about it. I did some courses from Zerodha, like some basic courses and all. And I also participated in maths. So that's where I knew. So I found the finance field as interesting at that time. And in my second year, I also did a management minor. And during my second year, I kind of knew that core was not for me, and I was interested more towards the non-core stuff, and finance was one of the field that I was interested in. And luckily, in my third year also, I got an internship at Morgan Stanley under the sales and trading profile. After which it got it got I got clear a bit that I'll be in this field for some time now. So let's maybe do a CFA and explore more about this field. And at that time I also got a PPO at Morgan Stanley, and I was free in my fourth year. So to know more about broad areas in finance, I did like the level 1 of CFA exam. And then in my last semester I did the exam. I gave the exam, and after graduating, uh, I kind of felt that the level 1 was good, and I had heard that the level 2 is even deeper, and it gives you an idea about valuations and stuff, and it might also be helpful in my job. And like it is a good exam to give. So I kind of prepared for level 2 exam, yeah, during my job, and gave the level 2 exam. And now I'm thinking after having done a level 1 and level 2 exam, now I'm thinking of giving level 3 also. Sorry, you're on mute, I think.
So what is the syllabus of this exam? How it is related more to our finance and what are the topics covered in it? Can you please share?
Yeah, sure. So, the major, so there are three levels in CF exam: level 1, 2, and 3. So CFA like is a charter exam in that like once you do all of these three levels and have some basic work ex requirements. So it is around 3 years of work ex if you have, and if you have done all three levels, you get a charter. So like after your name, you can put like your name and then CFA. So like the basic syllabus of this exam, like it wants to give you an idea about like how investment management is. So like in level 1, level 2, level 3, they try to cover different aspects. So like the topics broadly are like quant, uh, economics, then corporate statements, like financial statement analysis, that is FSA, then corporate issuers, then equity, fixed income, derivatives, alternative investments, portfolio management, and ethics. So like you can go to web and like search about more of these topics in details. So like these topics have different weightages within the exam, and also like level 1 is structured more towards giving you a basic idea about like what finance is broadly. So as you can see, like these are a lot of topics, and these broadly cover the complete of finance. So level 1 gives you an idea about like broad areas in finance. Then level 2 dwells deeper into those topics. It covers like once after having an idea, it dwells deeper and gives you an insight about how valuations work, how each of these things work. And level 3 is all about portfolio management. So wherein like now you have the idea about products, now you have an idea about the valuation. How will you invest or like manage wealth in those asset classes?
Okay, can you please tell us about some what job opportunities opens after clearing level 1 in a for a college student?
So like there are no as such like job opportunities that like once you do CFA level 1 that you'll get this job or something else. So like the firms that come to IIT and like the other colleges also, like they do see like the financial firms which come, they do see the other aspects also. So they look at your CG overall profile, but they also look at like if it is a finance firm, so it will see that like if you've done something for finance, like they basically want to check your interest. So like having like CFA gives you a broad idea about finance in general. So if you want to like explore finance and like get a broad idea about it, so like it will give you a broad idea. And apart from it, like it also basically shows the interviewer that you're interested towards it. So like that can be a bit of a positive, like if you are applying for any finance job, like while being in college. But as such, like it's not as such hard rule that like you should have a CFA or something. And after doing CFA, you'll have a job for sure. But you need to have a good profile overall, and then like just to show the interest that you can have like there are people that do not also have like this like do not have done CFA, but they have gotten jobs into finance. In US it is a bit different. Like if you do level 1, 2, 3, there are a bit of management jobs that are there quite a lot in US, but those are not as much in India. And like you being an engineering student, like you are from a different field. But yeah, like having like CFA just shows that you are interested towards the field and you have a broad idea.
If anyone wishes to go for level 2 after the college, what will be the best time he should complete the CFA level 1 so he could clear all the three levels?
So there is no as such hard rule. So like you can give level 1 whenever you want. For level 2, there are some criteria. Level 1 also there are some criteria which you can look up on the website, that like level 2 can be given in the last year only or something. But yeah, people have given it like before also, so you can like give it early on as well. And like if you are clear like about like if you want to explore finance and like you're clear about it, so you can like give it as early as possible, as nothing as such.
Okay, we could like to know what is the benchmark, means how much R is required for clearing the level 1, and what should aspirants goal for its daily, so he could complete it.
Okay. So level one, so like it is like a benchmark on the website that you have to study 300 hours or something, but it is not as such a hard rule. So CFA like is a very easy exam like as such. Like your IIT degree is much more bigger than the CFA exam. Like it's an easy exam. Just like the syllabus is a bit vast for level one. Level two also it is a bit vast. So like as much as you understand the content, you can do it in like 200 to 50 hours also. So like the only thing that is important is that you like understand the concepts well. There's no as such hard time rule that you should give this much time only. As much as you understand the concepts and have applied some questions, you should be good to go. People have done it in like 1 month. Some people have done it in 3 weeks also, but like they do it under a lot of pressure. But like yeah, like 200 to 50 hours still like you have to study, it will be better. 300
Okay.
hours is the best one, that like it is the most recommended one.
Yes, and what is the difference between level 1, level 2, and what is the pattern of the paper, and how level 1 differ from level 2 in terms of strategy, and how should a student plan according to it?
So level one, as I said, like it gives you like a broad idea about like topics in finance. So the 10 topics that I talked about, they cover those. Then level two is more about getting into valuations and math stuff, and level three is more towards portfolio management. So level one and level two, the topics are like the same, like just you go into more depth, and level two like finishes some of the topics. So like quants, then FSA, it is like completed in level two and it is not there in level three. So level three is more towards like portfolio management only. And like talking about the exam pattern, like there in level one and level two are MCQ type exams. So in level one, you'll directly get a question and you have to mark with three answers, mark one of the three answers. There's no negative marking. And like level two is it has paragraphs in it. So the questions are related to that paragraph, and those are a bit more mathy as compared to level one. So and level three is like you have to write statements in that exam. So like you have to write one line answer or one two sentence answer for that. So like this is broadly how the exam setup is.
Sure.
And every exam has like two papers, like paper one and paper two, and there's an optional break in between. Like you can search more on the internet, you'll definitely get stuff on that. So like there's a 2 hour 15-minute exam, paper one, and there's 2 hour 15-minute exam paper two. There's an optional break in between. So yeah, broadly this is how like level one, level two MCQ, level three also has some MCQ, but it is more of written exam.
Yes, so we heard about the early bird form of it, and how a candidate can avail about for the scholarship, as the fees of it is very much high as compared to other exams.
Yeah. So like the early bird one, I also do not have like much of an idea. Like for level one and level two, like I had like level three also, like I'll be paying the fees. So like but like there's a window that opens every year, like 1 or 2 times or 3 times also. You can check, like maybe it is open right now also. So in that you have to write some questions, like you have there are some questions that you have to answer, and like for that, like a tip that I would have is like just be genuine and like write your answer. And like it is at the end, it is kind of also based on your luck. Like some people get it, some people do not get it, but yeah, like you can and write it like earlier on, like when the window opens. Don't write it at the end, but as I've seen, like many people just write at the end and do not get the scholarship. But if you write it like early on a bit, that might help. But also, like, I'm not very sure about like the process. But I've seen people like yeah, getting it.
Uh,
And also like if you apply for the scholarship and you do not get it, you'll also get a early bird discount afterwards as well, like in case you miss the early bird discount. So CFA like has an early bird discount also. If you register like before some months, like your 200 or $300 will be waived off. So like if you apply for the scholarship and miss that early bird window, then like you can get an early bird. But have a look at the timeline. It is like once you write the essay, it goes for like 60 days for a checkup. Like they when they check and then they give you a scholarship. So if you want to give it early, like if you do not have that much amount of time, so you can directly register for the exam.
yes. So how does a branch department matters for a student to aim in finance, and how can he create a financial profile as to get in investment banking, venture capitalist, and private equity firms?
So like our field, like engineering, is completely like different as compared to like these fields, like the finance. So like it is the department is not at all important. Like all they need is like you like finance does require some math, and all of us having done JE have done a decent amount of math. So there's no department as such that is like important. And like how to build like your profile towards it. So like the firms that come to like IITs, like they basically see like they'll check like the investment banks or like PEVC for say. They'll look at your overall profile. They'll also look for like a decent CG and the things that you look for a consulting like CV. That they'll also look at some peaks in your CV. But that there'll also be like if there is something related to finance in your resume, that might help you a bit, that you're interested towards the field. But like not having also does not matter so, a lot. So yeah, like broadly, if you have anything in your CV that supports that, that will help. Something good, if you have, that will be good. If you've done an internship or like maybe given a CFA, done a good project for say, that will help.
Are there any specific tips or strategies that will help students excel in upcoming CFA exams? And how
Uh,
should cover the whole exam curriculum, and what should be the strategy to success?
so like there's no strategy as such. It is a very chill examination. The only thing is like you have to understand concepts well. One tip that I would give is like start early on. Do not push it to last moment. Last moment also you can do very well, but like it will be a lot of pressure. So start early on, uh, and go through all the curriculum. So like there are some notes that are there. Like Schweezer is the most common one, common notes that people refer to. So, like the curriculum books that you get in CFA, those are quite wide. So, for example, for level one, there are 5 books, and all of those are like around 600 pages. So, like there are notes that are there which synthesize those curriculum books into like fewer pages. So, those books will be 300 pages only. So like 300 pages, 5 books, and they cover like 95% of the syllabus. So I think that is good. So you can refer to those notes and like maybe like solve some questions. So for solving questions, you can like just go on the website. So after you register for the exam, you get a learning ecosystem in which there are questions available, and like it is a good learning ecosystem in that like you can track what questions did you go wrong, what was the difficulty of those questions. You can also bookmark those questions and all, so you can solve some questions on that. So it's also not important that you solve all the questions. The questions are a lot of them, like 3,000 questions around there are for level one. Even if you solve some like important topics that you feel that should be good. Like I also did not solve the complete question. I solved some 30-40% maybe.
Yes. What are your major takeaways from CFA program? Can you please tell us?
So the major takeaway for like me was like get a broad idea about finance, and like for anyone like can be like getting the same only like what like being an institute can also help is like you can get like a CV point also like, but that is like not does not matter a lot, but like it can show that you are interested towards finance and uh, like get just basically get a broad idea.
Yes. As you know, the fee is significantly high and it is a big concern to students. And what are the alternatives of that exam? And also, what is the value of CFA in India?
Sorry, can you repeat the first question?
Uh, yes. So as you know, the fees of CFA exam is significantly high, and it is a big concern to students. What are the alternatives exam the one can get, and what is the value of CFA in India?
Okay. So, like, yeah, if you look at the fees, like it is 1 lakh around for a level. So, like, if you're someone like who is sure, like, who like wants to explore finance, you can give like the benefits that it can give, like giving like basically it gives you a broad idea only about finance. So like it also helps you filter out that whether you want to go in finance afterwards also or not. So looking at that, like in future if you look at yourself, you'll be like everyone will be pretty good. So like looking at the future value of like filtering out like if you want to do it or not, like you can always drop it at the second level or third level, like if you do not feel like it. So like based on that, like the costs are okay only, but like everyone's like the financial situation is different, but it yeah like, and also like not having a CFA is like okay, like it's not important, like it is like as I said before, like it is not hard such rule that you will give a CFA and you get a job. Like it all like what it does is like you just uh, get an idea, like because like there's some exam and there's some fees paid, you get a push basically to learn about stuff, and until you do not have a deadline, you do not learn. So yeah, and also like if you're very sure and early on, you can also try for scholarship, which waves off a
Yeah.
quite a lot of fees.
What role you get in any of the organization after you hold a CFA chartered?
So like the roles that you get, like in US, like there are a lot of roles of investment management, but in India, like the in IITs for say, like there are limited roles that come. So like there are buy side roles. Then there are investment banks that come in, and like investment banking side, that is the private side, and also the market side, which I am currently on. So like those are the profiles that come in, and uh, like you can get in such jobs right after college.
Yes, and how does the day-to-day work look, and how is your work-life balance in your job?
Day to day, so I presently work at Morgan Stanley in the sales and trading profile that comes in the institute. So like what we basically do is like we are market like Morgan Stanley's market makers into the fixed income products, which comprises of FX, rates, credit and commodities products. So like sales and trading comprises of like salesmen who sells these financial products to organization, hedge funds and all. And then like there are traders also who take trades based on like we are counterparties to the people, and like sales and trading comprises of these salesmen, traders, and also like the risk managers, like the people who manages the risk. So I'm currently in the risk team. So like my job is to basically see if Morgan Stanley is taking excessive risk, and like whether if it will be like severely affected in the future. Look at the PNL, look at our positions regularly, So like that is kind of a work that I like do. But the work life, like we can like it is uh like very niche as such, and like it is fine if you do not understand any of those. But like the work life balance is also like fine. Like in work day, in weekdays also, only there's like work, and weekends are free, like as compared to the other financial finance fields, so wherein like IBD, wherein like you'll have to work on weekends as well. But here like it is a bit better. Just the work is like concentrated in some time, and it is like a bit of a pressure because like you're on like the trading floor. So yeah, like the work life balance part is fine. Yeah, but like there are different fields that you can get into. So like there's investment banking, which does like the mergers and acquisitions and the fundraising part. Then there is buy side firms which like invest into companies. Then they buy out companies and like transform them and like get some return out of those companies. So like buy side, sell side. So like the work profiles are like work hecticness is different in across all of the fields.
Okay, so it was a good talk. Now we will ask the audience question. If anyone is having any questions, please turn on the mic and you can ask.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
So I'm having my name is Amit and I'm pursuing degree in bachelor's in economics. So how does this help in CFA?
CFA, like having a degree in economics, like it might make some things easier for you. Like I also do not know like what is covered in eco degree as such, but like some topics, like for example, like economics is there in CFA, that will be easier for you if you have some idea about fixed income products in general. So that will be easier for you. Equities in general, that will be easier for you. Derivatives also. Like if
Also,
you're talking about the exam, how easier would it be for you? So like it can be a bit easier, like if you have some background initially, that helps. And it is chill exam as such, like yeah, you were saying something.
also you mentioned that some people have given before than last year the exam of CFA, but in website it's mentioned that eligibility is either last year of your degree or you have either 4 year experience or college life.
Like level one, you can give it in last year. Like that's what I did give. But I've seen people like they've given like level two also in the last year. So like maybe like you can have a look at the like those the pointers that are written on the website. I'm also not very sure, but I've seen people that have done. Might be that like they are dual degree students and like they have 5 years to do and they've already done their bachelor's in 4 years and they have the final year. So as the bachelor's is already done in 4 years, they'll like they can do the second level in fifth year also. But I'm also not very sure. But level one definitely you can give in college, like in your last year, like before like your placements also you can give.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How FRM is different from CFA?
So FRM, yeah, you did talk about like what are the different alternatives of the exam. So like a CFA is more of a broad exam, like which gives you a broad idea, like it covers every topic as such. But FRM is more towards risk management side of the. So like if you, so it is more towards the banking side, wherein like you have invested and like you have taken some position and now you have to like manage the risk of it, like look at the valuations of it, like look at how the risk profile of it looks like. So like it is more towards risk management side. And like early on I would recommend like to be a bit broader as such. So like alternatives as such, there are no perfect alternatives. Like the CF is the most broadest one. FRM is more towards risk management, and there's also CQF that is more towards quant finance. I'm not very much sure about the CQF one, but you can like have a look at that exam also, but it is more towards quant.
Anyone having more questions can ask now. So we will end the session. We hope you find the session very beneficial and motivating. Remember, the path to CFA requires commitment, discipline, and right support system. We encourage everyone to leverage the resources available and utilize the takeaways from Mr. Kalpesh, and never hesitate to ask for guidance. And thank you once again, Mr. Kalpesh, for giving your time, and we and wish you everyone for CFA journey. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn, like if you have any further doubts.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks all.
Bye bye.
Okay, guys. So we also have the GRE session at 12 p.m. Okay, so do join that session too.